Assalamu alaikum everyone.
Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome to Qyssa.
This episode is powered by
and supported by. Today we bring to you a special episode on women in business, women in power.
We're sharing 3 inspiring stories of women in different phases of their business.
Their challenges, their journeys, and their stories.
My name is Faiza Gulzar. I'm a banker, entrepreneur, and investor. I bootstrapped a ladies' beauty salon and operated it for 10 years. Recently, I've become interested in the construction industry and I've jumped right in. So there was no such roadmap when I started. It wasn't that clear, it never is. I was ambitious. I knew that I wanted to start a business. And it was kind of a full circle moment for me. I did not plan it that way, but that's how it's happened. So I want to give you a bit of a background. When I was 11 years old, I taught myself to do henna on the hands. And while in high school, the neighborhood salon where I used to go as a client, they found out that I can do henna. They invited me to come and apply henna for their clients during the rush time, the 3 days before Eid. I went there for around 2 to 3 years. Every Eid, I would go and apply henna, and they would give me a share of the profits. And I got exposed, and I learned how they managed the salon and how they worked there. It was eye-opening, and I think that experience stayed with me. It is one of many such experiences that I then carried on with me as a teenager, as a young adult. And one day when I opened my salon and I thought back to it, it was really a full circle moment for me. The exit point came about gradually. It took some time, about a year or so, for me to understand and realize that I had perhaps outgrown that space. It was time for me to move on. It was time for hand over that place to somebody else. It took time, and when I got a good offer, things moved very fast after that. I believe in not getting emotionally attached to the business. It's a separate entity, and it should remain that way so that you can objectively run it. Manage the day-to-day, and then when it's time to let go, because it's a natural process, you're not going to be the right person for that business forever. So when that time comes, it should not be difficult for you to let go. So that's how I believe I have operated all these years. It's a journey, and the end point does not need to be defined when you begin. What's important is that you begin. Once you find your passion and you keep thinking about it and it keeps coming back to your mind, take action and just start. The way will appear, and don't attach any definition to success so early on. You may pivot so many times. It may end up being something entirely different than what you envisioned when you started. The important point is that if you are passionate, don't let fear come in the way and just start. In our society, we grow up with a lot of stigma and with a lot of limiting beliefs. I'm sure we've all grown up hearing "log kya kahenge" or "what will people say," and we must not accept that and make it part of our identity. Be mindful of what your dreams are and what your ambitions are, and then take out time to pursue those. Ask for help. You cannot go solo very far. Seek people who want to support you. Be resilient. And I truly believe in manifestation. I think if you dream of something and you think about it and you talk to others about it and you pursue your goal on a daily basis, even if it's tiny steps that you take towards it, you will achieve whatever it is that you set your sights on. And don't think that it has to be very black and white. You have to learn to balance tradition with ambition. We play many roles in society. We are mothers, we are daughters, we are wives, but don't lose yourself in just those traditional roles. You have to be mindful of what your ambitions are and what defines you as a whole. Malika Tarannum Madam Noor Jahan famously said, या तो नूर जहां हो सकती थी या माँ हो सकती थी, which means I could either have been Noor Jahan or I could have been a mother. Now, we all know that she was a phenomenal mother. Any one of her kids will testify to that. But imagine if she went through those thoughts. It is because she made trade-offs. She would have definitely made trade-offs. All of us as mothers do. But it's okay. Live your life in seasons. In every season, you will get to prioritize different parts of you, but don't forget yourself as a whole. Don't forget your ambition and your own passion, even while you support your families, your husbands, and society overall. I grew up in a very traditional household. My father was an employee, my mom was a homemaker. There was no entrepreneur in my family. I am the first one who went down this route. So although I did not have any role models nearby to look up to or to model my behavior after, I was an avid reader. And it opens up this whole world for you. I want to point out there's a book called The Courage to be Disliked. It's written by two Japanese writers, so I cannot pronounce their names. But the book is called The Courage to be Disliked. And in that book, they touch upon a point which I totally believe in, which is your past does not have to define your present or your future, or you are not a product of your past. This is a really unpopular opinion, by the way. But think about it. Whatever happens to us in the past, whatever opportunities we are given, the type of families we are born in, the type of society we grow up in, the experiences that we have, they do not have to shape your future. It is actually your perception of every experience that shapes your present and your future. So if you think of your experiences in a positive manner, you will be able to guide your path and move forward towards positivity. I could not have done this alone. I had the support of my husband, my parents, his parents, our siblings, friends, colleagues. So many people came out to support me. I was very young. I was fresh out of college. I had just started my job at the bank, and I had decided to start this business as well. I put my ambition out to the world. You can say, crowdsourced solutions for my problems as I was going through the process of setting up my business. And this was many years ago. It wasn't as easy as it is today in Bahrain. But so many people came and helped me. So I do want to point out that ask for help. You know, we have this thing in our culture that we believe in nazar, and I know it is true. So, of course, do your prayers, say your askars to protect yourself from nazar, but don't let it become a limiting belief where you then don't tell people your dreams and you don't share your ambitions, because if you don't tell anyone, how can they help you? And trust me, so this is a wrong belief that people don't want to help you. There are many people who want to help you and who want to guide you. They may be ahead of you, and there's a lot of fulfillment in this process when they are able to do this for others. And I've experienced it myself. So, I've been on both sides of the equation, and that's why I can say, ask for help. You cannot achieve anything before you fix your mindset. And I recently conducted a webinar where I spoke about money mindset and how an abundant mindset is required before you can pursue your financial goals, and how there are sometimes limiting beliefs and stigma attached to it. As a society, we do not like talking about money, especially as women, even when we are in social gatherings, it's very common to see men gathered on one side and women on the other side, and you know what those conversations are. Women are talking about shopping, family, schooling, and what are the men talking about? All the money talk is happening on that side. So we must consciously make an effort to connect with other women and talk about finances, talk about money, talk about your financial goals and your financial health. Unless and until we consciously decide to have those conversations, we're actually being left out. What I said about balancing tradition and ambition. So the other day I had to visit my construction site and my son was with me. I took him along because I was going to stop over just for a little while. And it was really hot. And he's like, Mama, why are we here? It's really hot, let's go back. And I said, I need to stay here for a while. Stay with me and get used to it because this is how contractors work. And you should have seen the surprise on his face when he asked, are you a contractor now? And I said, yes. And then he started to list all the things that I do. He did not know about the construction business yet. He started to list all the things that I do, that Mama, you are a banker and you do this and you do so many other things. And I was so happy seeing him surprised. And I knew that this was going to stay with him. So I was really happy seeing him and knowing that this is the legacy I'm creating for my kids.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Samia. I'm a mother of 4 and I'm an interior architect and I own Samia Crafts. I am an interior designer and someone who's been creating art since childhood. And I've seen our artisans have incredible skills that have been overlooked over the years. And I wanted to be a platform for those people and share those art pieces with people and bring it to life. It was hard. The trend is all about quick numbers, fast wins, but I was building something slow but soulful. You know, I was trying to build something that can bring emotional connection with people. I had to remind myself that I am creating something special for people's heart and people's home. And I've created a lot of pieces by myself also, and I've given the platform for those artisans, rural artisans, and it's a proud moment that they feel that their craft, it's getting appreciated across the borders. The difficult part was to accept that I needed to stop. I needed to stop here, and I was carrying so much emotionally, mentally, and even physically. I knew that I needed to stop to heal. I've lost my parents. I wanted to move from this country to another country for some reasons. And that was a difficult time. Pressing the play again button was a different courage to me. You know, जब आप किसी difficult time से गुजरते हैं, अल्लाह ताला ने एक आपसे promise किया है कि हर मुश्किल के साथ आसानी है, and that you have to believe in it. So I knew that I was going through something and I needed to start again with something. So I started with that belief कि अल्लाह ताला ने अगर मेरे लिए कोई मुश्किल चीज़ रखी है and I have to pass through it, तो उसके साथ आसानी आएगी. And I came with more clarity, with more of Iman and more of me. Honestly, this shift came from my heart. And you know, these Turkish, Persian, Iranian, Pakistani, they all share common ancestry. So that's where it came from, you know, वो generations में फैलता चला गया. Or the response is overwhelming. You know, I know they have messages from people that they tell me we can connect with our culture, and this reminds me of our culture. Or I've never seen a culture representation this way before. So it's more of a people's emotional connectivity, and I can tell they're not only buying a product, they are reconnecting with cultures. Success पहले तो ऐसे ही था ना कि लोग आपकी तरफ आए, sales हों, And I remember I used to get excited when people passing by the kiosk and to get something, to buy something, that felt a win. But now, alhamdulillah, it's like success is like a sukoon, you know, having people connected emotionally, and वो pieces की पहचान करते हैं. They understand it's creativity and it's something like called art. उसमें हमें they're not perfect pieces, and they understand it. So, and secondly, having rural artisans understanding or knowing that their crafts, it's appreciated across the borders. So that's a success. And looking back at everything again, you know, quietly it also reminds me that, you know, how many hardships I've gone through, hurdles, and a lot. I didn't stop at that time. I think that's real a success. When I moved to Bahrain, my husband works in a hospital. I had a lot of time at home also. I had baby, and I wanted to do something, you know, to create something. And again, our culture has so much of identity. I didn't, growing up, I didn't realize that we have so much of value, but later on I understand we have such a powerful culture that needed appreciation worldwide. So I wanted to bring that abroad and be a platform for that. So for that, I started creating my own pieces and bringing some pieces from Pakistan and combining all of that to a display area. And there I struggled because people didn't know about Pakistani crafts. They used to think it's something Turkish, it's something Irani. But when they understand, they used to hear that it's Pakistani. I have faced a lot of negativity also. So I had to build a lot, bringing this to people. I moved to different shops, places to places, because I was new to business, and but it moved on and on. I had a lot of hardships in the middle, like shipments and breakage and all that. Then in the middle, I was carrying a lot of emotional phases. I lost my parents, and there was a lot of things going on. At the same time, when I lost my parents, it was COVID time, and I gave a birth to my son also. So I couldn't go to Pakistan for my parents' death also. So that was a very scary part. But Alhamdulillah, as I said, जब अल्लाह ताला कोई हार्ड चीज़ से गुजारते हैं तो उसके साथ आसानी देते हैं. तो मैं उसके बाद बहुत एक यकीन के साथ I came back. Alhamdulillah, I have a big platform now. And मैंने जिस प्लेटफॉर्म से शुरू किया था, it was very little, very small, and from nothing. अब मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि लोग इसको अवेल करें, इस प्लेटफॉर्म को, लोग आएँ. I give display spaces for free, areas for free, to let them grow and become be a part in the market. I know businesses own karna, rentals own karna, they're not easy. So I've gone through a lot, and I wanted to be support for these artisans here in Bahrain, be it from any background. So I wanted to give them a space and display these pieces. मेरी family ने बहुत support किया, especially my parents. My father खुद businessman थे, और उन्होंने खुद he was a self-made man. तो उनकी I think कुछ है जो कि मेरे अंदर आई है, और उन्होंने, उनका business तो अलग था, different था, but I came into different side. But उन्होंने मुझे बहुत help करी, सारी वहाँ पे shipments वो ready करना and all that. He used to do it. And over here, my husband truly supported me with everything. Even now, he completely supports me with everything, and he believes on me that inshallah everything is going to be in a nicer place. Support मुझे alhamdulillah हर जगह से मिली, and the response from Bahrainis and other expats is incredible. But I sadly have to say कि हमारे अपने पाकिस्तानी नहीं support कर पाते हैं. I think थोड़े से support करते हैं. I shouldn't say कि सब, but some of them like वो price को compare करते हैं with Pakistani currency. If you're buying something huge piece, do you even imagine bringing it from Pakistan and carrying it with you? You cannot. I know some people have tried it and they've lost it in the way because वो टूट गया. So we go through a lot of packaging and a lot of carrying it. So they don't understand कि उसकी value क्या है, and they compare the prices with the Pakistani currency, and then they tell you, oh, this is so highly priced. I think घबराना नहीं चाहिए. Let life discover you and you discover your life. मैंने क्योंकि बहुत ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट किया, एंड आई नो कि इसमें कितनी हर्डल्स, कितनी हार्डशिप्स और कितनी फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रेसेस एंड व्हाट यू गो थ्रू. मैं चाहती हूँ कि लोग इसको चीज़ से ना गुजरें, एंड आई गिव देम माई प्लेटफॉर्म टू एग्जिबिट देयर क्राफ्ट्स एंड बी इन द मार्केट. बिकॉज मैंने बहुत चीज़ें सफ़र करी, देखी, डिफ़िकल्टीज एंड हार्डशिप्स. सो मैं चाहती हूँ कि अगर कोई बिल्डअप करना चाहता है एंड डजंट हैव दैट सपोर्ट as a platform or financially, I am there to help them.
Hi, my name is Zara Lalwani. I'm an early years practitioner and a business owner of a salon, which is called Vanity Lab in Adliya. And I'm a mom of 3.5 years old. Her name is Zarsha. We went into the business of a salon. I was owning a salon in Pakistan as well. Like it was my own salon. I was running it at home. And then when we came here and we decided to have a side income for the future savings and all. So we got across this opportunity to buy a salon, which was already built up and it was well established and well reputed. Then when we visited the salon, it attracted me so much. Like the ambience was very nice and it was spacious and everything. So I wanted to own it because I wanted the people to come there, like busy housewives and like working moms and like working women and even the teenage girls. Like they come there and they feel like they are comfortable there, they are relaxed there. They should have their own me time. When they leave the space, they go smiling and happy with their light heart and like they feel like they are relaxed here. Now they can go out and like get busy and there are other things. So yeah, it was like, I will not say that I started this or we went into this because it was my and my husband's mutual decision to go to make it some kind of legacy thing for our family, but for really a good future for our daughter, actually. For some, if you say it like financing thing, so there will be some savings for her to use it in the future for her education and everything. So first, when the first thing we changed were the products. We bought new products, like we introduced the new products like high end to the middle range of the brands. And after that, we worked on our staff as well, that we wanted a diverse staff in our salon, that nobody feels like uncomfortable if they are bilingual and they are talking in their own language, which I have felt in Pakistan and here in other several salons which I used to go, and like sometimes I was feeling like they are talking about me. Like we worked on the staff, and then we worked on the ambience as well, and we invested our time in was the social media and advertisement of our salon. And we started introducing different kind of packages. Of course, owning a business was a very big move for us. There were days when I was literally crying that like we made a mistake, and like maybe we might made a mistake. But then in the business, there are slow days and there are moving days as well. There are seasons of running the salons and like all this. So still there are some days which we are very slow, like we just open the business at 0 and we close it at 0. But the other day is good. Sometimes the other day we are very busy in the salon, and our customer feedbacks like make us move on. Like our regular customers, so if they are coming to our salon, they are coming back to our salon, which makes me motivate, like yeah, people are coming back. My motherhood, Yeah, I come back home from my busy schedule in this school because I am with nursery, so they are 3 to 4 years old, same like my daughter. But when I come in and she comes, Mama, you came back. Where is my surprise? Like every single day she tells me this, and which like lifts me up and my mood, and like every day is a learning. Like even if I give you the example of my work in the school, like as an ECD practitioner, like every day I learn something from these small children. Sometimes I from my daughter, sometimes she tells me something and which I say, yeah, I have to calm down and I have to slow down. And even sometimes my salon is also like it's a baby for us as well. So sometimes like I sit there and if I see the people are coming and when I see their faces when they are very happy, alhamdulillah, that we are changing people's life. So that is what like makes me go on with my busy life. It is already a brand, so I want, like, if anybody listen to the word, like the name of the salon, Vanity Lab, it comes in their mind that, oh yeah, okay, we can go there, we can relax there. जैसे किसी के दिमाग में आ रहा है, ओ ओके वैनिटी लैब, हाँ ठीक है, हम इस चीज़ के लिए जाना चाहते हैं, मैंने उसके बाल देखे तो उसने वहाँ से करवाए थे. आई वॉन्ट माई सलोन, लाइक कोई भी नाम सुने तो ये बोले कि हाँ मुझे इधर जाना है रिलैक्स होने के लिए, बंदा कंफर्टेबल हो हमारे सलोन में आके. दिस इज़ वॉट वी वॉन्ट फॉर आवर क्लाइंट्स. We are here in Bahrain since 2012. After 10 years, we decided like let's own the business. Not start the business, own the business. It can be anything, like a restaurant, a kadak shop, or like anything. But we were just thinking about it. We came across this opportunity to buy the salon, and like, but I never thought that I will own a salon in future. लेकिन बस अल्लाह ने लिखा था बिजनेस ओन करना और वो भी सलोन ओन करना, तो बस वो हो गया, जो लिखा होता है वो तो होता ही है. My husband is the supportive person who is behind everything. Like my husband is the one who take care of social media and anything. My husband works with me side by side. He helps me in everything. Even if I'm not calm, he makes me calm and he goes through it like, okay, let's solve this ऐसे करके, or step by step and everything. A salon is a business which we can't just avoid it any time of the day. Even sometimes at the middle of the night we are getting the messages. Even on Fridays we can't just like stop talking about it. Yes, when we are giving time to our daughter, we try at least hour or 1 hour or 2 hour to play with her and to like give her time, so that she doesn't feel left alone. Thank you so much for inviting me here to talk about my salon and my things.
Qyssa is amazing. I love watching them. मज़े की बात ये है कि कुछ भी आर्टिफिशियल नहीं नज़र आता उसमें, रियल नज़र आता है. जो लोगों की बात होती है वो लोगों तक पहुंचती है. इट्स नॉट फेक. तो उसको देखने में भी बहुत मज़ा आता है. एंड आई विश देम ग्रेट सक्सेस. और ये एक पाकिस्तानियों का ही नहीं, एक वर्ल्ड वाइड प्लेटफॉर्म बने. आई विश देम वेरी गुड सक्सेस.
Qyssa is a very big supportive move for Pakistani community. People who live here, like in Bahrain or anywhere else, like abroad, they look for something like कुछ अपनायत हो उस चीज़ में. Qyssa is like something which we look forward to, like as a Pakistani. It is a big support to the people like us who own like small businesses, and in future definitely you will win people's heart.
I was there in the room the day Qyssa was born, when the sparks flew and Shameen and Sabah got together and thought about starting this podcast. I think they are doing a phenomenal job. This platform has given us some wonderful stories already, and I'm sure that Sabah and Shameen are just getting started. And I'm excited to see where they take it and what all other wonderful Qyssas they share with us in due course.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Qyssa.
Thank you for all the love and support that you show us.